Hi Aries, welcome back. We are going to see what is coming towards you, what you should know, right? That's what we need to do. That's what we need to know right now. If you're new here, if you're a cross watcher, my name is Ninja. I'll be your reader. Just know that this is an all Aries channel. Okay, I dropped one. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, guys, we have Justice and we have the Moon card coming out. So I'm hearing something's about to be righted. Some kind of secret, something that has been hidden, is about to be righted. And wow, somebody did something terrible here, and I am seeing justice coming in like a swoop. Okay, with a lot of force, right? A lot of force here. So this might have something to do with, I see Libra, I see Pisces, okay, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is coming out. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody was wishing on something here. Okay, so somebody was definitely wishing for like your destruction, preventing you from being able to move forward, something like that. Now, I want you to know in this reading, you are coming out as justice. So you're the person that holds the sword. Okay, so you're the person that holds the truth. You're the person that has the power here. We have 4 coins in reverse. You're the person that has the power to do something. So this is your energy, Aries. This is you breaking free from materialism, okay? And that might be for one of you. I know it's not for everybody, right? But it's definitely for one of you. Also, I see you breaking free from control issues. Maybe somebody trying to control you, which I do feel very strongly is the case, because we do have the 2 of sticks in reverse over here. So, yes, somebody trying to control you here. I see you as getting ready to embrace something new here in your life. It's something that you're going to end up doing spontaneously, because that's how it's coming out. Spontaneously speaking the truth, spontaneously moving forward, it's about being ready to jump and begin something new here. There is going to be a very, very powerful shift in your energy. There is a powerful shift of you moving from, I want to say, scarcity to trusting life, to trusting yourself, trusting your own judgment, freedom, by letting go of the need to hold on to things that are no longer serving you, freedom from people that have held you back, that kind of thing. Letting go, releasing fear, releasing control. So it's not just you releasing yourself out of somebody else's control. This is you releasing control that you had on things yourself, right? So it could be like materialism, objects, or things that have been holding you down. I don't know what it could be, but it's not saying. But it's more of something that is going to push you forward. So it's you releasing yourself from somebody else's control, and you releasing yourself from the things that you've been trying to control, right? That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing generosity. I'm seeing sharing. I'm seeing financial, something financial, overcoming something financial. Okay, I feel like this is somebody around you, somebody that has been really stingy with you, and now that person is going to be very giving to you. A new beginning, totally new beginning here. Okay, and secrets coming out into the open, something that might be shocking. So you have a lot of things going on all at the same time. A lot. So Aries, it shows here that after a long period of a struggle, possibly because you've had somebody around you who has been preventing you from being able to see your options, or seeing a path that's coming towards you, right? There was a path that you were supposed to take, okay? Well, not really a path, but it was a split in the road. Like you were supposed to make a decision, go left, go right, something like that, okay? So you were coming to a split in the road. You were supposed to be taking this or making this decision, and somebody around you prevented you from being able to do this. Now that you have placed yourself, I want to say you've placed yourself, or now that you're in this energy of justice, now is the time for you to go ahead and make this decision. And it's not going to be an easy decision. This is a hard decision. It's a decision that is going to cause you to struggle. Maybe even struggle because of indecision. You know, you being undecided about something. Like, for instance, should you speak up? You know, should you speak up? Should you say something? Should you pursue justice? You know, it's that kind of energy. Should you? You know, it's giving me that energy like, should I? Should I do this? Should I do that? Now, I am seeing here that Spirit is saying that there's going to be a new emotional opportunity for you. Okay? And it's going to be an emotional situation. It's going to cause you to feel emotional about it. So it's not going to be an easy decision. It's going to be a very difficult decision to do. So whoever this is that has hurt you, it is somebody who's very close to you, somebody that you are really contemplating whether you should get justice or not. Okay? And this might be for one of you. For another one of you, it might be easy. You know, you might be like, ah, off with their head. You know, I want justice. You know, that kind of thing. But for one of you, this is going to be a difficult decision, an emotional decision. Okay? Now, I do see this is going to be an opportunity for you to open up. And I think that's where it's going to be difficult. Because there's something here that you've been hiding for a long time. Maybe secrets about your past, you know, things like that. And it's very difficult to talk about, you know. It's something that could be very difficult for you to talk about. But you're going to have this opportunity to open up. And it could be to somebody who's working in the law, like a police officer or a detective. Because this can indicate an investigation, okay? There is something here about you needing to resolve a conflict or an issue before your heart can open up. So your heart needs to open up to something. It has to open up to something. It looks like it's something new. Like your heart needs to open up to something new, but you can't open up to something new until you resolve this issue. Until you get the justice that you deserve. Until you open up and make a decision. It's a difficult decision, but until then, you can't have this new beginning. At least that's what it's coming out as, okay? Now, for one of you, with this card coming out, you might find yourself in a stalemate, okay? Yeah. There's like a choice must be made between two opposing options, okay? And it's like you might be refusing to see this path, you know? Normally, this right here would be covering her eyes. I don't know why they made it this way, but they did. But it's more of you refusing to see something or you refusing to see a path, okay? So not only has this path or this decision been blocked from you, but it's you also refusing to see it. So it must be something that is heartbreaking. Okay, at least that's the energy I'm getting. It might be for one of you. It's a heartbreaking decision. Maybe you have ties to this person or family, or this is a family member or something like that, or there's going to be some really heavy consequences to this person's actions. And you don't want to be the person that's going to tell on them, right? That kind of energy, okay? Because this could be something very serious for one of you, because there is an investigator or law enforcement that is coming into this reading. So this might be like something where you're going to tell on your brother for selling something he wasn't supposed to, that kind of thing. It's that kind of energy. Okay, like you telling on your brother or telling on your sister, something like that. But you can't move forward until you get this done, because this is something that has been very harmful to you. Okay, this is something that has been harmful to you. I'm not saying that it is, has something to do with illegal substances or somebody selling it. No, I don't know what it is. It's not telling me exactly what it is. But I can tell you it is definitely something that has hurt you, and it's harmed you for a long time, okay? For a very long time. Something that has really prevented you from moving forward. Now, I do feel very strongly that it might be somebody who is a narcissist, covert narcissist. So this might be another reason why you're not wanting to speak up or confront or challenge this person, because this person is so evil. Basically, just evil. Okay? This is the kind of person who, they, how do I say this? They show themselves to be such a good person, but they're not. Okay? And they could be a very upstanding person. They could be a, not upstanding person, but they could have a very high position, and that might be for one of you. Like this person might have a job or something like that where people look up to them, and people respect what they have to say. So you're coming up against somebody who appears to have a lot of power, a public opinion power type of that kind of energy, like people listen to this person and they're not going to listen to you. So you might have that kind of belief that people are not going to listen to you, right? Because of who this person is or what they do for a living or what their position is in your family or what their position is in your society, your town, your neighborhood, whatever it is, right? So you might feel like this overwhelming, feeling of like, you're trying to get justice against something that you can't get justice from, right? That's the energy I'm getting from this. So you're going to go through a struggle. Spirit wants you to know you're going to go through a struggle. There's two paths. You need to pick one or the other. You need to either let this go completely, or you need to challenge this and head on straight and go ahead and go for it. Because you're staying in the middle and you're actually doing more harm to yourself than good. So you got to make a decision. You can't stay in limbo land, right? Because that's the energy I'm getting. Like you're in limbo. You can't move forward. You can't move back. You can't stay. You're just like stuck, right? You gotta make a decision here. Okay, there is a new beginning here, a beautiful new beginning. There is a beautiful new beginning here for you, and it's something to do with your relationships, something to do with money, abundance, because all of those things work together. Okay, and that's the truth. Those things do work together. You make connections, you make good connections with people. They give you business, or they help you get a job. It's something about that. Okay, so there is a beautiful relationship that's going to help you in the near future that is being postponed because you haven't made a decision. And it's time. That's what I'm getting. Spirit is saying it's time. Now, I am seeing a warning here, Aries. Now, Spirit is definitely saying here not to do anything impulsively. Make sure you have a plan. Because I see this person. This person is bad. And they are trying to stay one step ahead of you. So, Spirit is definitely saying, hey, make sure you have a plan here. Because, if you run out there and just think that you're just going to, like, start doing something or speaking up or saying something, it could backfire, okay? Now, I do feel like this person is very powerful, okay? They have the ability to turn people against you. This is somebody who can pretty much eliminate whatever it is that you have accomplished, okay? So it makes me feel like this person might work for the GOV or something like that, because I can't think of anybody else who would have this kind of power. Okay, so this could be like somebody who works for the the GOV, like they have something to do with records, or they if they don't have something to do with records like themselves, they might rub elbows with people who do. Okay, so they might have like people around them who could do the dirty work for them. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. Hmm. But you do have the skills though. Okay, for one of you, I'm hearing that this might have something to do with you trying to get a job, and this might be for just one of you. Like you try to get a job, and this person somehow eliminated your skills, or somehow erased your like work history, or it has something like that, something to do with that, like something about your skills, your abilities, what you can bring to the table. Okay, and I'm seeing them as using some kind of deception, so they're lying. Maybe this is a boss. I don't know. I don't know how somebody could do this. Maybe you applied for a job and you put this down as you work for this company for like 10 years, and they're saying no, Aries never worked here. We don't we don't know who that person is, right? Something like that. This might be for one of you. You might have a lawsuit, okay? You might have a lawsuit because I've heard of stuff like this. Oh, you might have a lawsuit. I said you might have a lawsuit and 10 of coins came out. Yeah. Because you know what? I've heard of stuff like this where employers get mad because you quit or you don't want anything to do with them, or something like that, right? And that might be for one of you because that literally just like popped in my head. You know what I mean? It just like came out of nowhere. So for one of you, this has something to do with your employment and somebody erasing your employment and claiming that you don't have the skills that you actually do have, or the abilities or the schooling that you actually do have. You know what I mean? Something like that. And yes, you can sue this company for messing you up, for manipulating your records or something like that. Because this person was trying to force an outcome. Yeah, they were trying to force an outcome that was keeping you like hidden, keeping you in the dark about something. Wow. For one of you, that's what this is about. So you're about to make a decision. The power is in you. You have the power. Ooh, and this person put you through hell. Okay, that's for one of you. For others, let's find out. But for one of you, this is definitely has to do with your employment. And look at that. Justice is coming out again. Whoa. Can't make this up. Oh, yeah. You're going to win. You're going to get justice. Okay, so for you, who this employer, for whatever reason, has it out for you, you're going to take them to court and you're going to win. But Spirit is saying to go in there with the plan. So make sure you have all your proof, your pay stubs, whatever it is. Make sure you have everything, all the evidence that you need. Now, for somebody else here, this could have something to do with I want to say like resources, like somebody blocking you from getting resources. I don't know why I'm thinking resources. I'm thinking food stamps or housing or child support or alimony or something like that. Somebody who is preventing you from being able to access some kind of resource. Okay? Now, if that's the case, guess what? You have a case against them. So it whatever it is for you, there is definitely a case here that you're going to end up winning. Okay? So maybe you got kicked off of housing or something like that and you weren't supposed to, okay? You do have a right to protest, okay? Or speak up or have a say in what happened, okay? Because I'm hearing with the sun coming out in reverse, it makes me feel like somebody erased something here, okay? It's giving me that energy like something was erased, or something was modified, okay? Modified in some kind of way to make sure that you didn't qualify for something. So modified is like, them changing the wordings around or taking things out. There's deception here. And it could be something that has been causing you, well, it's coming out more of temporary setbacks, okay? Causing some kind of temporary setbacks and causing a lack of clarity, like understanding of what the heck is going on. What's going on here. And not only that, but I'm seeing somebody here has very unrealistic expectations. I feel like it's that person, okay? That person has very unrealistic expectations because they think they're going to get away with this, okay? That's what I'm hearing. This person thinks that they're going to get away with this. They think that they're going to win, okay? And for one of you, this is somebody who is definitely jealous of you, okay? For whatever reason, this person has it out for you. Could be a landlady. Yeah. For one of you, I'm seeing like a very jealous, older female type of person who just has it out for you, okay? Could be a landlady for one of you, okay? Like somebody that you went in to apply to get an apartment and then they changed things in your paperwork to make sure that you didn't qualify. Why? Because they're jealous of you, okay? And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. People can become jealous of you just by looking at you. It doesn't have to be anything, like, it doesn't have to be somebody that you know personally. Like, it doesn't have to be somebody that you have had a relationship with or that even know their name. They could just look at you and be like, well, she is this race or that race, or you have a certain kind of look to you that they just don't like, or maybe you drive a certain kind of car and they get jealous of that. You would be surprised the nonsense and the craziness that people do when they become jealous. And right now, with our society the way it is, so I don't know what the word is for our society right now. Unstable, I guess the word would be. People are becoming more and more jealous. Okay, especially if they feel like somebody has had the upper hand or they had some kind of privilege that they didn't get. Maybe you come from a good family and they are like, oh, well, this person obviously comes from a good family. That's not fair. Could be, right? Maybe you came from a wealthy family, or they think that you came from a wealthy family. Maybe you have a last name that, screams wealth, right? Like, there are certain last names that people tend to associate with wealth, right? So, I can't think of them right now, but it could be something similar to that, okay? Or it could just be somebody that just has it out for you, for whatever reason. They just don't like you. You just remind them of somebody they don't like. It could be, okay? Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I want to find out more what this person's planning to do. We do have the Ace of Swords coming up. So, yes, legal victory is in your side. Ooh, jeez. Big old clump came out. This person's getting paid. Oh, it's coming out like this person's getting money. They're getting paid to do this. Oh. So this person actually does get paid to do this. So, okay, so remember I was saying landlady? Because that popped in my head, something about landlady. This could be like they take in so many applications, like 30 applications, and they keep telling people, oh, no, you don't qualify, you don't qualify. But they keep collecting like $50 per person. You know what I'm saying? And then they, in 1 month, if you think about it, they get 50 people coming in to apply, and they're charging $50. 50 times 50, they just made 2,500. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just think of it like that. So this person's actually getting paid. They're getting money. So they're like, they could be putting the money in their pocket and not even doing a background check and just saying that they are. Because they're definitely getting money here. This person's actually wealthy. Okay, for one of you, that's the situation, okay? That is the situation. You're trying to apply for something, you put in the money, and they're like, no. And the thing is that they charge per adult, right? Yeah. See, so at the end of everything, like you do everything right, and at the end, you still don't end up with the house. You end up with just heartache and struggle, right? Mm. Okay, Aries, I'm gonna get out of this reading. Whatever the situation is for you, let me know in the comments. But this is definitely something that you need to make a decision about. You need to make a plan about. You might need to get some proof. I don't know. Check into your local state and find out if recordings and things like that are allowed in court. Because in some states you can't use that unless the other party knows that you're recording them, right? Something like that. But definitely get your paperwork together because it looks like you have a lawsuit and it's a big lawsuit. Okay, because the 10 of coins came out. So this is not a little lawsuit. This is a big lawsuit. And it has something to do with that. Either your employment or you applying for a house or something like that. Now, there is a split in the road here that you have been avoiding. Spirit is saying you need to go ahead and make a decision about it. But don't make a hasty decision. Like, for instance, don't just do something spontaneous. No. Plan out what you plan to do. Okay? All right, Aries, thank you for joining me. Catch me in the next one. You're going to want to work with this investigator because I do feel very strongly this is an investigator that you're going to be dealing with. So you might want to take them all your information. Anyways, Aries, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope this helps you. Maybe you've been going through this and you're like, what's going on? How come I can't get this job? Or how come I can't get that apartment? Why can't I, move forward? What the heck is going on? Well, you've been blocked because somebody's been greedy and selfish, okay? And somebody's been lying and they've been modifying your paperwork, okay? If you've been trying to get on food stamps, housing, something like that, because I see something about resources, which it's making me think, food stamps and housing, things like that. Well, somebody is messing up your paperwork. So you might want to ask for your paperwork again and reapply, okay? All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Catch me in the next one, y'all. Take care. Bye, guys.